talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
Hey, what's going on, Sportscaster and YouTube? This is Lawrence Owen here with Colts Law, getting ready to go over who the franchise tags are this year so far as of Saturday morning. I want to welcome everyone from Sportscaster and YouTube. If you are a member of Sportscaster, please, please, please smash that favorite buttons down there below me and give me a follow. That way you are notified next time I go live. If you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget, go ahead and hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, get a like, whatever you can do. Don't forget, also down at the bottom in the description is a direct link to one-time donations, which I will gladly accept. It'll help me continue to bring streams to you with content. I want to thank Motor Jason for joining the stream. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you being here. So what we have here today is 4 guys so far that have been signed by tags, meaning that they didn't want to lose them and they couldn't get their salaries, their extensions on their contracts done. And the first guy I want to go over, obviously, is Yannick Ngakoue. All right. Great edge rusher from Jacksonville. Really has stepped up as of late, with Jacksonville losing so much in their secondary over the course of the past 3 years. Keeping this edge rusher was an absolute must for Jacksonville. They couldn't afford to lose him in free agency, so I completely understand why this tag was dropped on him. Without Yannick, they don't have much of a pass defense, really. So making sure that they kept him was a very important, integral part. Now, hopefully, during this off season, they'll be able to pick up some safeties or some corners. One of the safeties that was on the market just got taken off the market. They could have spent a little money on. They can't now. We'll go over him next. Speaking of that safety, Justin Simmons, the 6'2", 200-pound free safety from Denver. Let's talk about pass defenses. This is a heck of a pass defense, right? And Justin Simmons has really... It's hard to tell if Justin Simmons is just a byproduct of that great pass rush up front, or if he helps make that pass rush even better. I mean, the guy had 97 tackles and 3 picks 2 years ago. Last year he had 93 tackles and 4 picks. He's got himself a defensive touchdown to go with it. Denver really chose well dropping their tag on Justin Simmons on this one. Because had they not, that would have left a hole in the defense. They needed this guy. All right. He's that guy that could go out there, run around, and make plays happen. Make sure that guys don't get past 10, 15 yards. Very important for him to play on the Denver Broncos. Because had he made it out, very similar, all these guys, very important people right now. Because defense, tight ends, they're very high end right now. Everybody wants these style of players right now. Okay? Last year, who was that? Oh, man, I'm trying to remember. Landon Collins, right? Landon Collins dropped a 6-year, $84 million contract. Had Justin Simmons hit the market, he might have topped that, right? I don't know if the Broncos would have been able to keep up with the amount of money that would have been offered to Justin Simmons. That's why a tag on him right here was absolutely better than losing him. Next guy on the list, let's stay with the defense, right? I mean, that just seems smart. We got Matthew Judon, the outside linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens. This was actually an interesting pick for me, okay? His first 16-game season with the Baltimore was last year. Dropped 9.5 sacks, 14 tackles for loss. I mean, and had an absolute 33 quarterback hits on the season. Now, you have a lot of pass rush needs out there in the NFL, similar to Yannick Ngakoue. He would have drawn huge numbers. Now, Baltimore can drop that tag on him this year and do what and honestly, New England is very famous for this too. They're keeping him on the fairly cheap side. Next season, they might just let him go or trade him. They could trade him off. If he has another good season, they could trade him off possibly this year with the franchise tag on him and get a high draft pick if they want. Just keep the rotation because he's going to be so expensive next year. Same with Ngakoue. Baltimore's very popular for doing stuff like that. So we'll see if he stays with Baltimore in this upcoming season or if he's traded off with that tag on him. The last guy that we have on this list, obvious, Hunter Henry. Right? Hunter Henry, the tight end for the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, he's not going to have the same quarterback he's had the last few years. It's obvious Phillip Rivers is leaving. Don't know where he's going. But frankly, Hunter Henry is, when he is healthy and on the team and out there playing, he is a dangerous tight end. Right? He makes good catches. He can block. He's kind of like very similar to that style of George Kittle, right? Maybe a little bit of Zach Ertz in him. He can block, but he's very movable tight end with great receiving ability. Now the problem is they're franchise tagging him. It's on the cheap. He's a tight end. He's on the cheap, which means they don't have to pay him the chunk money. Because right now, tight ends, they're starting to get paid. I mean, right now, tight end caps out under $10 million. Under $10 million for a tight end. Expect that to actually go up this year. Okay? Expect tight end money to average per year more than $10 million this year. Next year, the year after, you'll see that actually start to close a gap with, say, the wide receivers, who is double that. Wide receivers are worth double what a tight end is worth right now when it comes to their actual contracts. Looky here, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here. So, tagging Henry now, I don't like the idea. I think they should have went ahead and tried to negotiate a contract extension with him right now, because I got a feeling in the next 2 or 3 years, you're looking at your top tight ends like Hunter Henry, like Travis Kelce, like George Kittle. These guys are going to be making upwards of $15 million a year in the next couple years. Get that contract out of there now. Offer him the $10 million a year, just higher than what Kittle's making. Offer him that now. Because in the next couple years, that tight end market is going to blow up. And franchising, tagging him now and waiting until next season to have to extend him is just going to cost the Chargers more money. So that's what I've got so far. Only 4 franchise tags as of March 14th. We fully expect to see many, many more over the course of the next week, especially when free agency starts kicking in and you start seeing a lot of interest and money options being thrown around. Teams are going to be like, holy crap, we can't afford this tag. You know, you're it. That's what's going to happen. But for now, these are the 4. The only bad tag that I see here is the Hunter Henry. I would like to thank everyone that has watched this. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget, hit the smash the favorite button and likes down here, whether you're on Sportscaster or YouTube. Give me a follow. That way you're notified next time I go live. Of course, on YouTube, you have to hit the notification bell, but, you know, that's what happens. And don't forget, next time, I think here in a little bit, I'm going to do a redo later this evening of the last Indy Express game. I am going to restream that as an homage to the basketball league season where they had to cancel due to the coronavirus. Just to, you know, so that everybody could actually watch us. I will stream that on YouTube because a lot of people here on Sportscaster, I will stream it on Sportscaster as well, but a lot of people on Sportscaster already know about the basketball league, but YouTube doesn't know so much. Hopefully, this will help. So until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and I want you to have a good one.